I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Hollywood was packed with stars that night, but only one person left the world speechless. Not because of the cameras, but because of a presence so calm, so real, and so captivating. His name was Kim Taehyung, or V from BTS, as we know him. The evening began like any other glamorous night in Los Angeles. The spotlights flashed, the red carpet rolled out, and the world's stars arrived in their best fashion for the grand event of Vogue World, Hollywood 2025. But amidst the crowds and the cameras chasing the big names, there was one figure who changed everything. With a calm stride and an aura that was hard to describe, Kim Taehyung turned the fashion extravaganza into more than just a fashion show, but a moment that will be remembered as one of the most memorable events in modern pop culture history. It all started with a simple video. No flashy spotlights, no extravagant stage, just Taehyung standing behind a black iron fence in front of Paramount Pictures Studios on a sunny California morning. He wore a long gray coat with a red belt, a classic fedora, and a smile so gentle, a smile that seemed to speak directly to the hearts of everyone who saw it. In just a matter of hours, the short clip spread across social media timelines. Armies from across the globe flooded platforms like X, TikTok, and Instagram with thousands of reposts, dubbing the moment the calm before the storm, a symbol of the silent power that only Taehyung possesses. He doesn't need to speak to captivate the world, read one comment. One smile from him is enough to make time stop. Remarkably, the moment wasn't designed for virality. It wasn't a promotional strategy or a moment curated by a media team. It was simply Taehyung being Taehyung just the way he was. The way he waved, touched his chest, and then bowed his head slightly conveyed a depth of heart rarely seen in the entertainment industry, which is preoccupied with appearances. Many fans described the video as an invisible hug from Taehyung to the armies who had waited for him throughout his military service. As the sun began to set in the Los Angeles sky, the atmosphere changed completely. From a peaceful morning to a night of splendor, Vogue World entered its climax, and that's where Kim Taehyung reappeared, this time in a long red coat that lit up the entire stage. In his hands was an acoustic guitar, and on his face, a serene expression that perfectly blended with the grandeur of the event. His appearance was more than just a fashion show. It was an artistic statement. His red coat was more than just clothing. It carried meaning, spirit, courage, and rebirth. After months out of the spotlight, Taehyung reappeared as a symbol of evolution, from idol to true artist. Every step he took down the runway felt like a scene from a classic film come to life, quiet yet unforgettable. Cheers echoed throughout the runway. The audience, from fashion editors to Hollywood A-listers, was captivated. Many noted that Taehyung's presence brought a different atmosphere, not because of glamour or popularity, but because of an aura of elegance that transcended cultural and linguistic boundaries. He didn't just walk the runway, wrote Vogue US in its official review. Taehyung communicated through style, melding music, fashion, and emotion in one breath. As soon as the event ended, the internet exploded again. Hashtags like #VogueWorldB, #TaehyungInHollywood, and #V-Class dominated global trends. Fan sites and fashion blogs began comparing his two looks from the same day, a gray look in the morning and a fiery red coat in the evening. They called it the calm and the fire, two sides of the same legend. Fans were talking not only about his appearance, but also about its significance. After so long away due to his military service, this moment felt like an emotional first meeting between Taehyung and Army. Some fans even wrote that seeing him again brought them to tears, not out of sheer admiration, but because they could sense the sincerity behind every small gesture. He wasn't performing, wrote one fan. He was expressing gratitude. For the next 24 hours, his videos dominated the algorithm. Footage from Vogue World, Hollywood was combined with old scenes from BTS concerts, creating an emotional narrative about the journey of an artist who always maintains his authenticity in a world saturated with imagery. Even non-fans said they were moved. Comments like, "She brings calm to the crowd," and "This is the true meaning of elegance," flooded posts across the platform. And after that stunning night, the impact of Kim Taehyung's presence at Vogue World Hollywood 2025 didn't stop on the runway. In fact, it was there that a new wave began. A phenomenon that demonstrated how one figure with a calm aura could move the entire world without the need for words. The next morning, the name Kim Taehyung was still at the top of global trends across various platforms. Media outlets from America, Korea, and Europe simultaneously rewrote the story they had just witnessed. Vogue France called him the poetic presence of Hollywood, while Elle Korea wrote, "Taehyung has redefined what it means to be a global star. Quiet, grounded, yet unshakably magnetic." Even The Hollywood Reporter praised the way he turned a fashion event into an emotional experience that touched across cultures. Meanwhile, armies began to delve deeper into every detail of the look: the red he wore, the guitar in his hand, and the way he gazed into the camera with a soft smile. They discovered something more than just style: symbolism. His red coat, for example, is believed to represent the passion and artistry that always flow within him, a sign of his post-military revival and a new chapter in his career. Meanwhile, the guitar he carries for many fans symbolizes Taehyung's identity as a true musician, not just a star, but a storyteller through tone and expression. It didn't take long for global fashion magazines to begin highlighting the new era in Korean fashion ushered in by Taehyung. Many stylists and creative directors referred to his signature style as the V effect, a style that strikes a balance between soft masculinity and classic elegance. Within days, several international brands that had previously focused solely on the Western market began approaching HYB and Taehyung's team about potential new collaborations. But what was most striking was the emotional reaction from fans. Many wrote digital letters on BTS's community platforms, expressing their longing and pride. "He hasn't changed," wrote one army from Brazil. "Even after all his achievements and the passing of time, he's still the same Taehyung, warm, sincere, and reassuring." Such messages flooded forums and comment sections, eventually forming a new trend. #ThankYouTaehyung. The hashtag quickly spread worldwide. Thousands of posts contained edited videos, excerpts from old interviews, and moments that showcased Taehyung's human side. From his smile at the airport, to his chuckle backstage, to the way he bowed when greeting fans, it all went viral again. Many wrote that the Vogue World moment seemed to confirm, the world may change, but Taehyung's charm remains timeless. Even Korean media outlets began linking his Hollywood appearance to a new chapter in his career. Speculation abounded that Taehyung would now embark on the V-Renaissance phase, a time when he would become not only a music icon but also a global aesthetic symbol. A report from Dispatch Korea wrote, "What Taehyung did at Vogue World wasn't just a performance. It was an artist's silent declaration that he's back, not to compete, but to inspire." Meanwhile, the Vogue editors in attendance that night reportedly privately discussed possible future projects with Taehyung, including a possible appearance at Vogue World Paris next year. Many in the fashion world saw Taehyung's presence as having a cross-market appeal, someone who embodied not only the greatness of K-pop, but also a timeless, universal elegance. And beneath all the spotlight, Taehyung himself remained calm. No extravagant posts, no lengthy statements. Just one simple photo posted on his personal account, a picture of him standing under the Los Angeles night sky, wearing a red coat, gazing out at the city lights. No lengthy caption, just a single red heart emoji. That alone was enough to make the entire internet pause. For fans, the post wasn't just a photo. It was a symbol that Taehyung knew. He knew that millions of people around the world were watching him with pride. He knew that despite the hustle and bustle of the entertainment world, the connection between him and ARMY would never fade. To this day, days after Vogue World, Hollywood, the impact is still felt. Magazines, TV shows, and news outlets across the world are still talking about Kim Taehyung's stunning silence. Many said that his presence that night was not just a fashion moment, but a cultural event, a point where art, emotion, and authenticity converged in one person. Because Taehyung didn't just come to show who he is. He came to remind the world that true beauty doesn't require noise.
Give me a sign, a sign.